I think that's what a lot of people are doing now. One of the stories that came out by I think her name is called Samantha or Tabitha Political, and she was talking about the conservative content has gone down significantly. It used to be that they were getting views of, and I'm talking about all the continent of the conservatives, up to 800 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And they have gone down because their whole thing was, for, of course, the clown and talking about America first and this and that and blah 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 and no more wars and all that, and the price is gonna go down, and it's just the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So they ain't got nothing to talk about. What they gonna talk about?
Well,
Because he ain't done no promises, and then you talking about this immigration shit. That shit is just gone just batshit crazy. So mistreating people and killing people and all kind of craziness. So so they have lost their audience to a large degree. I'm sure some of them, still got their little 1 million, 2 million followers, but you know, Ed, here's the thing though, bro. These conservatives, man, I'm gonna tell you, they have got a grip on the American people. Well, I ain't gonna say all American people, but they got a grip on a good 80 million, 100 million people. They got a grip on them, bro, because they bring that fire because they talk about the Democrats like they ain't shit. And the Democrats you don't hear nothing. The only people that we hear, Ed, is who? Crockett. And a couple of other people might be coming, but they ain't as loud as Crockett. But these Democrats, man, they ain't saying nothing. And even the so-called moderate Democrats and the left, under the left, the so-called Democrat socialists, they talking about the Democrats, dogging the Democrats. They ain't dogging Trump or the Republicans and the conservatives. And the reason why is because they don't want nobody coming for them. That's why. That's what I believe. So they're trying to take over the party, Democratic Socialists, and then the point is most of them can't win the damn election. So we'll see what's going to happen in New York. They got two Democratic Socialists of America.
they're going to win. They already they seat is already given to them. Those two socialist Democrats, they already know they don't won. They don't
Well, we'll
have
see
what
what
they don't
happens
have.
in Michigan too.
There's not a viable Republican and stuff there in those districts and stuff that's going to give them a challenge. So once they won that primary, they automatically knew that they were going to win because those districts and stuff are almost solidly a Democrat. That's all they vote for is the Democrats. And the ironic part about the primaries and stuff and everything that some of those old time Jews and stuff there in New York are pissed off at the Jewish folks who were in those districts and stuff who voted for those people. There were Jews and stuff who voted for them, even though they were supposed to have been socialists, they were against Israel and all that. They Jews came out and still voted for them. And there's a bunch of them old Jewish folks and stuff there in New York and stuff who are pissed off at those Jews and stuff who voted for them. They're trying to stop them from going out and voting, but man, them young Jewish folks and stuff, man, they don't believe in that old time shit, the old time Jewish shit. No matter what Israel does and everything, and they're gonna support what they're going on. But the young folks, they're not gonna do that. They got their own mind. Now in Michigan, that's a horse of a different color there. I think the old boy. It looks like the old boy is probably going to win that primary because the lady who's running against him and stuff doesn't have a whole lot of power. But he is going to catch hell, man, trying to figure out what the hell to do and stuff and everything. And his once he gets into the general election, I don't know if he's going to be able
Well,
to carry it
he
through or
going
not.
against an old crew. He's going against an old crew. He's a ex-CIA guy, and he worked for some administrations and what have you. And he's very savvy, very professional looking, and speak very professional. The reason why he migrated to Michigan, or I don't know if he's originally from Michigan, but he wanted to become a senator, and he's very conservative. So,
Well, this old boy and stuff that he's running against here, he is he is a he's a damn good politician and stuff because he ran against oh man, what's this lady's name is in Michigan. She made the she beat him out the last time they had a senatorial election, and she only beat him by 21,000 votes. 21,000 votes. That's how
well,
she beat him.
one the lady that he's running against, who resigned, she was the ex-CIA person,
Hmm.
and I had never even heard of this woman, and she decided to drop out,
Well, she
and she's very smart. I liked her,
hmm.
and for some reason she dropped out. Maybe she got her life threatened. Maybe they told her, you giving too much information, whatever. I don't know, but I know she was on tap on a lot of things. I've heard her speak at least 3 or 4 times, and she be saying the right things too.
Hmm.
So I don't know why she didn't rerun again. She decided not to.
Well, I think the Democratic Party kind of forced her to leave out and resign and stuff because they didn't want to divide those votes up. And the lady who's running against him in Michigan and stuff and everything, she has said that she wasn't going to resign and stuff and allow him to go ahead on because he's got enough Democratic people and stuff who are behind him that they're pretty sure that he's going to probably win that primary, but they did not want her. Um, you're right, Ted. In a way, these Democrats and stuff, they're afraid of these socialists, the Democrats.
Yeah.
So they 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 understand that they got some power out there and stuff and everything, but they also understand that they don't think that they're going to win in the general election
Well,
because
that's the whole big beef with these people, and they don't seem to. I mean, they don't like moderate neocon Democrats. They don't like them. You got a lot of these people that are uh, Democrats. They want things to be as they are, and they're trying to shake it up, which to a large degree it should be because you got the people on the extreme right want to shake it up, you got the people on the extreme left that want to shake it up, and these people are more in tune, it appears to be, for the working class, what they call themselves the DSA.
mm-hmm.
So,
well, the other boy there in Michigan, man, I listened to one of his speeches, and he speaks to the people and stuff out there, especially the Democratic folks and stuff out there, and the young folks. He speaks to them because a lot of these Democrats and stuff, and like everybody keeps saying, they got a big tent. Democrats got a big tent, so we take in everybody. We're not like the Republicans and everything who are conservative and they don't want
they
anybody in the
lying.
party. Yeah. So he speaks to a lot of those young folks and stuff and everything, and they like what he's saying. But in Michigan, man, they got a hell of a lot of fucking conservative people and stuff around there, man, especially up in Michigan and outside those big cities and stuff and everything, man. You got some staunch conservative Republican people there and everything, and I truly believe that he's probably gonna win his primary tomorrow, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. He's gonna have a difficult time winning the general election against the guy he's running against. The guy he's running against, I guess he's a millionaire or a billionaire or something and everything, and he's people haven't heard of him, but he gave the last election for U.S. Senate and everything. He gave that little girl hell. He damn near won. So. It's a possibility that they may lose Michigan and stuff and everything because they had a Democratic senator and stuff who retiring. This election going to be it's going to be a barn burner to it, I think, depending on where you at, depending on what's going on and how you look at that shit. And man, I get truly upset with these daggone Democrats and everything who are trying to be able to tell people in their party and stuff who in the hell to vote for. And by doing that and everything, you taking a lot of people who are in your party and stuff and everything, and they are very very upset and stuff with you because of what the hell you did.
They want you to toe the party line, bro.
Absolutely, and they're sincere about that. Whatever the party wants to do and everything, they're the ones who control this shit, and they don't want anybody else to control
Well, the
anything.
Democrats got to realize, and I think they need to turn a new face to, you know, you got, if you say you're a big tent, and the Democrats are a big tent, they have all kinds of different facets in the party, and everything is local and in their district, and there are certain needs in each one of these districts that needs to be addressed, and they're not addressing it. The Democrats are not addressing it, just like certain parts of the black community. They never addressed on a serious tip the black community. Now, the most loyal, and we know this already, the most loyal constituents for the Democratic Party is black women.
Yep.
And, they said that basically they get 95% of black women vote for Democrats,
Mm-hmm.
and 92% voted for Kamala Harris.
Yep.
So the point I'm trying to make is that the Democratic Party has lost its way as far as really building a big tent in order to complement or compromise with these different facets that's in the party. The Democratic Party is not, they almost like they're wannabe Republicans. I'm talking about the moderates. And then what their big whole thing, in my opinion, their big thing is, let's get the independent voters. You already got 90 million people out there that didn't even vote. How come you're not recruiting them?
Because it's easier to to dominate the people that you know. It's easy to
Well, it
dominate
ain't
the people you
working.
know, and they don't have any idea how to get out there and and bring those people who didn't vote under the tent. So they, in the essence of stuff, Ted, the Democrats have written them folks off. The establishment have they've written them off. They're not even concerned with them, the ones who didn't go out there and vote, because they don't figure that, like in the olden days and stuff, when back in the '90s and stuff, there were states and stuff, and they have states and stuff now that the Democratic Party does not reach out and do anything to help any Democrat in these red states. and they still don't do it. So they consider themselves and stuff that we're going to control who we can control, and we're going to put into office who we want to put in office, even though they know that some of these people ain't shit. Excuse my French. Uh, I wanted to bring something in, and I guess I'm gonna bring it in now. This thing that they're doing, trying to guide and tell people who in the hell they want to be able to be out there in the general election, it could bite them in the back and stuff, Ted, in this fucking midterm here. And the case in point that I wanted to bring up, and I shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna bring it up because it's a big elephant that's sitting back there, and nobody wants to bring this shit up. And that's in Texas, in
Mm.
that senatorial race there. I don't know if you've been watching it or seeing it and everything, but Jasmine has not endorsed this man at all. And the Democratic Party and stuff and everything is putting a bunch of pressure on her to do something about that because she has people in the Democratic Party and stuff there. In oh man, there ain't nobody. Them people, folks bother me. She has people in the Democratic Party and stuff that she has control of, especially those women. And after they pull that fiasco and stuff off with her in that primary and Tellerico, they ain't liking that. They didn't like that, so what the heck happened, especially in the Dallas County, because she had a daggone good chance and stuff of winning that daggone primary. So what is going on now is that they're sending out these surveys and stuff and saying, oh yeah, Tallarico is leading him by 4 points. He's leading by this, he's leading by that. But that don't mean shit. Those daggone surveys that they're putting out. And Tallarico knows it. He figured it out and stuff now. That he thought that if they did what they did and took her out of that daggone race and everything because the Democratic establishment did not want Jasmine to even run. They did not. So now he is going out to these black folks
Mm-hmm.
and begging for their vote. And they ain't happy. They ain't giving it to him. And he is, and without those black votes, ain't no, he ain't got a snowball chance in hell of beating Ken Paxton there in Texas.
You hear what Joe Biden's son said? I'm trying to think of his first name. I can't think of his first name, but he said that if it wasn't for the black women's vote, his daddy wouldn't have been president. His daddy wouldn't have been a senator.
Mm-hmm.
He gave all praise to black women.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the black woman is the backbone of the Democratic Party.
He's
But
right.
the sad part about it, though, Ed, is that, and we see it in the CDs, in the Black Caucus. We see it in all the mayor contests. They're running for Senate. They're running for Congress. They're running for, and they're trying to get involved because they want to make changes. And the problem is that there are black males as well as, forget about the white males, but the black males do not want to see black women lead. Well, the black man has already tried to lead, Ed, and we had a black president. However, there's no one else has stepped up. Nobody's stepping up. Where's the black male? I'm looking at Booker. He about the only one that has aspirations, but for some reason he's not clicking, bro. He's too Ivy. I wouldn't say he's too Ivy League, but he's not a. I don't know. It's something about him that's not clicking because he's very articulate. He's very smart. And I'm trying. Can you give me another black male that would be a good candidate? Can you?
Mm, yep.
Who?
I, I keep mentioning it, little so boy, and he is probably a foreigner. His name is Degusi from Colorado.
Well, was he born in the United States?
He he is allowing Democratic leadership to kind of guide him, and he's not ready to buck them and stuff right now. He's not ready to buck them. That's what it seems like because I've watched him in those committees and stuff and everything, and
Oh, he
man,
tough, bro. He
he
tough,
tough, man. He tough. He is tough, man. I'm telling you, he
and he
is
know
real
his
tough.
law too.
Yeah, he's real tough. So he's one of them, and I really have a lot of respect for him because he's very articulate. He's very professional, and the Republicans and stuff, and the way they fear him that eventually and stuff, he is going to be able to take off and everything, and he has an appeal that's damn near as good as Obama did.
Mm,
He has an appeal. He even got an appeal with Republicans. He does, and they are afraid of him. He just hasn't
he might
exercised.
be right. I'm not.
Yeah, he hasn't
Like I said,
exercised
I
that.
like him. I like him because he speaks up and he knows how to. He knows how to communicatively combat these Republicans.
He 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 is like an attorney, Ted, and he when he
He is an
gets
attorney.
well, I know, but he's a damn good one though, and he treats these people and stuff like he leads them and stuff into a trap. He asks questions and stuff and everything. He keeps on going, and pretty soon they done stepped into a daggone trap and everything, and they can't get the hell out of there. He's damn good at that. I mean, damn good at doing
I
that. And I
agree.
watched him. I watched him a couple of times, man. And I'm sitting there looking at these white folks and Republicans who sit down in these committees, and he's asking these questions, acting, real nice and manable and everything and stuff to him and everything, and he just walks them right into a trap. I said, this boy don't know what the hell he's doing. He's getting ready to get ate up, and he walks them right in there and he tears their butt up. So they're afraid of him. They understand that he is
So now you
absolutely tough.
got Booker, you got him. Who else you got?
I can't think of anybody else and stuff who very, very strong, powerful black man here in this country right now. I can't. I'm just.
I was uh, listening to, I listen to these different people that's in these organizations that are very well spoken, very well respected. The NAACP and then Mark Morrell, I think that's his name,
Mm-hmm.
that's over the business organization that he has,
Chicago Urban League.
the Urban League, and to me, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, and I'm sitting on the couch. But to me, they're not grooming black males, you know, as far as in the political arena. Now they're trying to groom black males as far as business, entrepreneurship, and that's good. But they're not grooming. Me and my wife was talking about. At least I was talking about it. I was mentioning to her. I say, do you know who was the chairman of the Commerce or the Business Committee? Auntie. And she's the lead, second one in command as far as on the Democratic Party. The point is that now you're talking about an 80-year-old woman. She got on that committee and became the chairman, and dealing with business. There's no other person that, man. We got more MBAs and PhD people. I'm talking about black males, and none of them run for Congress, and they know all about business, the loan situation, the business development, all that stuff, but they don't get involved in politics.
Because they want to make money. They want to get into that corporate world. They want to make that money, that big money in the corporate world. That's
I
all they're
understand that,
concerned
Ed,
with.
but what I'm saying is that you would think. See, here's what the white man does. He makes his money and then he runs for office. That's what he does. He makes his money and then they run for office.
But Ted, when you getting into politics, you open the door to a lot of scrutiny, a lot of scrutiny. You open the door to your family. You open the door
Ooh, you're
to
right about that. You're
yeah.
right about
You
that.
open the door, man, to a
And any
lot of
little shit
scrutiny.
that you got in behind closed
They're
doors,
gonna they're
skeletons,
gonna
they got
expose
you.
whatever it is. They're gonna expose
Ooh,
if you went out
you got
there
an
and some
outside baby.
yeah, if you went out there and had a baby out of wedlock, they're gonna find out who it is. They're gonna bring some woman up
You
there and
had
say
an
you
affair
done
with two
did
different women.
yes sir. They're gonna make you look absolutely horrible and bad
Yes,
because of that.
you are
So
absolutely right.
you can't have no
That's the
skeletons in
reason
your
why
closet.
Obama, he was clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle. He had no skeletons in the closet. And even though he cleans a whistle, Ted, they still tried to beat him up.
Yeah,
They still try to get him, especially with his minister. He going to the pastor, he going to the church, listen to this man at daggone church, and they tried to beat him up because of the pastor, the church he went to. He had nothing to do with that, with the pastor's philosophy, but they kicked his butt about that.
you're right.
Now
So
he
they
ain't
had
been
to
out
find
there.
something.
He ain't had no baby mamas and all this other stuff hanging down around him. He had Michelle
Ooh,
with him, and he loved that woman. He still does, and that was the only thing to say to him. And even with Michelle, this woman is beautiful, and they putting up pictures of monkeys of her and everything.
yeah,
So it's you don't want that scrutiny and stuff with your family with
yeah.
that mess.
Well, you're right. You're right. You're right because that right there, black, and I ain't gonna say Obama's not a real black man, but a black man, they gonna put up with that bullshit.
Those uh,
You remember when Richard Pryor played president?
yeah.
you know, cause a black man will go off, bro. I'm talking about I would go off, man.
Hell yeah. Man, shoot. That's it. That's how it is. So we that's why Ted, I understand why. Like you said, they should be out there, but they don't want that scrutiny. And I'm pretty sure that might be why Noguchi doesn't want that scrutiny. He probably got some stuff going on and some
Who?
things
Who you
that
talking
happened
about?
to him. Noguchi, that's the guy from Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be why he doesn't want
It's
all that
hard for me to
scrutiny.
believe that he got anything, man. He seemed like he's such a purified guy, man.
You
He
don't
seemed
know,
like he's
man.
like perfect.
You don't know, man. You just don't know. And even Corey Brooks and stuff, he got some skeletons rolling around there. His closet that they try to beat him up with and everything. But most of the people know about him and stuff now and everything. So so far, he's been keeping a clean life and stuff and everything. He's almost like I don't know, man. He never been married. He's like Lindsey Graham.
You know he married now, don't you?
Yeah, but you never hear about her.
That's true.
You never hear about her at all. He does not. You never see him out there with her, out in public and stuff with her. He never goes out or anything like that. And being in public life, man, you have to get out there in the public and you have to let people see you because that's how you get the money and stuff to help you to run a campaign.
And then
If you want to,
she's supposed to be that helpmate to get out there and talk to the
yeah,
women
talk to the women, get out there and stand before these big committees and stuff and everything. And she's supposed to be the one that gets out there and if he can't be at any event and everything, then she's there and everything to represent him
there you go.
and to be articulate and speak very well and stuff to
And
him.
what did Mrs. Obama, Michelle Obama do? All of
Oh yeah,
it
she
and some.
yes sir, and that she represented him very very well.
Ooh, man, I mean, she was the perfect wife, bro.
Yes sir.
And then on those occasions when they had these little doo-wops, she was, oh my goodness, she was laid out, bro.
Oh man, and she got her little toy over there. George Bush and stuff. That man loved that black woman.
To death, to
And I
death.
know, I know. Sometime at night, Barack, we showed in teasers. Yeah, you want George over here, don't you? he be he laid head on her shoulder
I
and
know,
shit.
I know. And when you say that, I'm thinking about Connie.
About who?
Connie. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you got to.
Condoleezza Rice, bro.
Oh man, I like her. Even though she's a Republican, I liked her as a Secretary of State. Man, I thought George made a damn good pick and stuff putting her in as Secretary of State. Now she was conservative and stuff, but I truly believe, Ted, that she did not give up her blackness and stuff and everything because of herself being a Republican. She did not. She was very, very honest about a lot of things, almost like Colin Powell. You know, he was Republican, but he did not give up his blackness. He did not dog out black people. You couldn't find him saying anything bad about black people, and that's why he turned around and voted for Barack. Only high Republican and everything, and said, "Hey, I'm voting for Barack Obama because he's the best candidate, black or whatever." He knew him. He said, hey, "This man can do the job," and he did. He stood behind him, even though he was Republican. And I think Condoleezza Rice was in the same vein and stuff and everything. I don't know if she may have even voted for him and did not say anything.
Well, the big news today is that Kamala Harris came out with a little speech, and she was talking about getting rid of electoral college as well as increasing the judgeship. Now, most of us, including myself, don't understand the minutia of. I know a lot of it, but of that situation.
I do.
Maybe you do, but I'm saying that most of us do not know how that works. And so it's almost like going over people's head and say, why should I worry about the electoral college? Why is that important? Well, we know it's important, but it ain't going to change. And we know that in order to increase the Supreme Court, it takes a whole lot of work to get that done. So why would you even bring that? I don't understand. I mean, it may bring a lot of people that understand the electoral college, because a lot of people hate it and want to get rid of it. A lot of people think that we should increase. Now, the reason why she said we should increase the Supreme Court is because we got 13 central or district judges, so we
Right.
should have 13
13
Supreme
circuits.
Court officers.
13 federal circuits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
The same reason why they created the electoral college is the same reason why they want to increase the judgeship and everything in Supreme Court. They under the same idea that you have, the more you have, then the more chances and stuff you have to get a favorable decision. And those ones that they got sitting there and stuff now, it took Mitch McConnell and the Republican Party almost 25 years and stuff to get that court that they got. They started building that court almost 20 some years ago, 25 years ago.
yeah,
They had that idea. That's what they wanted to do, and they got it.
they sure did.
Yeah, and them,
But
him, and
I think Obama fell asleep.
I don't think that he fell asleep. I think what had happened and stuff is that Mitch McConnell outmaneuvered him. He didn't ever think that that man would hold that daggone judgeship seat open until after the election. He didn't think that he was going to be able to do that. He did not think that he could not control the U.S. Senate. And Mitch McConnell was the majority leader in the
Well,
U.S.
he had
Senate.
a number of options.
Yeah, he kept that seat open for
I'm
almost
talking
nine
about
months.
President Obama had a number of options.
No, he didn't have none because you have to have a Senate confirmation.
What I'm saying is that he wasn't very forceful with that lady who passed away.
She was he couldn't do her like that, Ted. She was
I don't give a, I don't want to, people. I'm just saying.
it's almost like what
It's too
happened. It's
important. It
almost
was
like
too important. It was too
but he
important.
couldn't see that he would have destroyed his whole presidency, Ted, that he had worked so hard to get if he tried to force that woman out.
Well,
Ginsburg, Ginsburg, she was a very powerful person there in the Supreme Court, and she deserved because of the service that she had given the Supreme Court and the American people. He could not do that. He could not be seen as forcing her out of there, so he can be able to fill that seat.
okay. I'm just saying that's
Yeah,
what he should have did.
it would have destroyed his presidency trying to get her out of there
No,
because
when no, it
she
wouldn't.
had she had people and stuff and everything who how should I put this and everything? When you got uh you given to somebody for so many years and to just throw them in the garbage and stuff like that and everything, people look at you differently when you do that,
Well,
even
let's
though
see
they think
what
it's
has
the
happened
thing to do.
since she's passed away. And they feel that we're conservative. The voting rights has been gutted. The abortion rights have been gutted. We have all kinds of. We got a rogue chief justice who should have been really impeached because he have allowed this money to flow, and he have given uh, the presidency all kinds of leeway. So, in my opinion, who gives a shit if his presidency would have been gutted?
But Ted, you wouldn't have. We are speaking in Monday morning quarterbacking. There's no way.
Well, you could say it was money. Money.
There is no way.
You
There is
could
no
say it was
way.
money
There is
quarterbacking,
no
but
way
I
that I
said
would
a
have.
long time ago that he should have got rid of her. I've been saying. I said that when she first got cancer and was on her deathbed, and she came back. Get rid of her. Make her resign.
Nah, you wouldn't have. You couldn't have predicted and stuff what the Supreme Court would have been right. What it's looking like right now back then. You could not have predicted that this country would be like this right now. If somebody had asked me in the year 2012 what this
Well,
country
we in
gonna be
bad
looking
shape
like
now, bro.
in 20, I know it, but we couldn't have never predicted that. This is just territory, Ted, that is out just Unbelievable.
Well, I
Not
mean, I figured that out though.
not only are some of the American people and stuff think that people, e- every country outside of our borders and stuff is looking at us, and they're saying, "What is wrong with America? What the hell is wrong with them?" They had uh, uh, Senator Kelly, who was an astronaut, and he's a senator of Arizona, very nice guy and stuff and everything. He said he got on the program with some lady and stuff a couple of days ago, and she interviewed him. And he told her that he did a tour outside of the United States. And he said he visited Denmark and Finland and a couple of European countries and stuff there. He said every last one of those countries, the people that he had talked to and stuff and everything, were asking him what the hell is wrong with the United States. Why have we allowed this crazy man to be able to do what the hell he's doing? And most of the stuff and everything that we have to put back on the legislative branch of government, because they could have put his ass in check a long time ago and they did not do it. They could have put him in
Well,
check with
you
their
could call
war.
it the legislation because the Republicans don't do what they do because that's what
Yes, they
they do.
did. They did.
But that's not the issue. It's the Supreme Court,
But
bro.
even
Ed,
not the
Ed,
Supreme
it's the
Court has only
Supreme
got.
Court.
No, it's not. It's not
Yes, it
only Supreme
is.
Court. It's not. We
They
have
the
to
one
give that
passed the
legislative.
laws, bro.
Supreme Court does not make the laws. The legislative branch of government
Well,
makes laws.
they allowed them to go forth as far as getting rid of abortion, Roe versus Wade. They allowed the money to come out there to be spreaded, whatever you call it, you know the name of it, and they have allowed all kinds of BS to go through,
The
and this is where we are.
legislative branch of
So
government.
you could say the legislation if you want to, but
I'm
it's the
saying it
Supreme
because it's
Court.
true. The legislative branch of the government can override the judicial branch and what they said that they want to do. They can override Citizens United if they want to. They can override him
But
and
it would
create
never happen if the
and
Supreme Court didn't allow it.
vote in the John
You
Lewis
can't depend
Voting
on
Rights Act. They
them.
have they can do this, but the Congress will not do it.
When you say Congress, man, they ain't no Congress, the Republicans.
The Congress has the
It's
power
the
to pass.
Republicans.
It doesn't matter. They all are the
It
Congress,
does
whether it's the
matter.
Republicans or the Democrats. When the Democrats got in power, they did not do anything and stuff with the Voting Rights Act. They could have passed the voting rights. They didn't have the votes to do it.
There you go. There you go. There it
But
is,
it
right
still,
there.
but it
Now,
still
don't tell me that
belongs.
they didn't do anything because they
It
brought it
still
up.
belongs to the Congress, though. They
They
have the
brought
power.
it up and they didn't have
They
the
have the
votes.
power to override
But the
whatever
point
the
is,
judicial branch has done.
well, here's the deal, though. The point is, the Democrats needed more. They needed more Congress people to support them, and they didn't get out there and do their job.
And that's the nature of the business and stuff there. That's the nature of the beast. So that's something that you have to deal with, just like the rest of that stuff that's going on and stuff now and everything.
Well, you
The
say
Congress
something.
and you sitting there looking at these Republicans and they're looking at each other and stuff and saying, we need to stop this man from starting that war over there in Iran. But they didn't. They sat there and did not do it because they were afraid of him. It's just like now. This fucking U.S. attorney, acting U.S. attorney that we got down here now, he got a damn good chance now of becoming U.S. attorney, knowing that he's a puppet to Donald Trump. He's gonna do whatever the hell Donald Trump tell him to do, and they
Well,
getting
they're
ready
gonna
to
bring
put
it
him
to
into
the
power,
floor. Ed.
huh?
They're gonna give him permission to bring it to the floor.
Right, and they're gonna probably go ahead and pass him. He look like he's
But
gonna
don't he
make
have
it.
to have 60 votes?
No,
51,
yeah, that's all they gotta have majority.
and Republicans got the majority.
They got the majority.
They're gonna have 51 votes to approve him.
Yep,
Well, we screwed, bro.
we screwed. We screwed until the midterm happens. And when the midterm happens and stuff, the Democrats can, even though they don't have 60 votes and stuff and everything, or they're control of the House and everything, they have some legislative rights and stuff and everything to put that man in check. And that's why he's afraid and stuff of what's going to happen in midterm, because they're going to be able to put him in check. He gonna be for 2 years. He's gonna be a lame duck president if the Democrats take the House and the Senate. He's a lame duck. You might
Well, let
well
me
just
just say
sit
this.
down there
My
and cut him
last
off.
word is this. There's a representative right now named Representative Miller who have his allegations. So I don't know. I'm only going by what I've read. That he abused his wife, even his, I guess, his girlfriend and his
Yep,
child.
I heard about that. And even her daddy at first didn't say anything about it. You remember his daddy Moreno? He never said a word about it. I don't know about it until I guess he must have went back and finally talked to his daughter and found out what the hell that man did to her.
But the point I'm trying to make is Republicans ain't going to dump him. But as soon as one of the Democrats
The
get
daddy
an
finally
issue,
did. The daddy finally rebucked him. He probably ain't gonna win. I don't think he's gonna win in November. He's not gonna win that daggone seat. He is not gonna win that seat. Matter of fact, I'm looking for him to go ahead and on and resign and say, "Fuck it, I'm gone." Not after her father came back out and said something about it. I think he's getting ready to resign before the November election.
okay, we'll see.
Yeah, he can't make it through that. He's not gonna make it. But he's a good
And
example. But he's a damn good example of what the Republicans will do. Now you looking at what happened in Maine and stuff and everything. What this guy Grant or where it was and stuff. All he did was the woman came out and said, "Yeah, he did something to me," and the Democratic Party pushed his ass out. This man turned around there and burned his wife up, broke his daughter's collarbone. You talking about a domestic violence case? That man should be in jail. But he's still sitting around there as a Republican congressman.
that's all I'm
And
saying. That's what they do, bro.
I know. Okay, brother, last word.
I just gave you my last word.
What was that? About that congressman? Oh
Yeah.
man. But my last word and stuff, Ted, is that it is this midterm is going to be very, very interesting, people. And like we've been saying and stuff since damn near what, March or April and stuff, you people out there who did not vote in 2024, get your ass out there and vote. Do something about what the heck is going on in this daggone country, because right now we are an embarrassment. And that man who's sitting there in that daggone White House, he's an embarrassment to us folks. Do something. Do something to help. We can't do it all by ourselves. I'm looking here in the state of Georgia here. We got a black woman and stuff and everything that's giving this billionaire hell for this governorship. She ain't got a lot of money, but she is scraping and scratching and stuff out there to see what she can do and can on to keep that daggone Republican out of the governor's office. You got John Ossoff. He's running for the U.S. Senate seat and everything for another 6-year term. The man is very, very articulate. I have really, uh, up until now, I looked at him as a puppet and everything to a Warnock. But man, he is. I've been watching for the
He
last four or
fired,
five
boy.
months.
That
In
dude
the
is
last
fired,
four or
boy.
5 months, man, yeah, he been on it, man. Now she may not win the governorship and everything, but that old boy got a damn good chance of keeping his seat there in the U.S. Senate. So anyway, we got some very good folks and stuff out there, people for this general election. I see how King Jeffries and stuff is starting to get some backbone. he started to get a he started to get a little muscle in
I
his
think
back.
he finally started reading his emails and his cell phone text.
Yeah, he getting a little muscle in his back now. He gets I saw him the other day and
Don't
stuff
be
in his
asking me
show.
for no money when your ass ain't talking about shit.
Yeah, but I'm man, but that Senate Minority Leader, that Jew over there in New York, man, I don't trust his ass at all. He ain't no Democratic leader and stuff. And if they do win the majority and stuff in the Senate and everything, I think he's gonna have some competition and stuff for that daggone job as
I
majority
wish
leader.
somebody would bump his butt, man. He is
Somebody might. I
worthless.
think
He's
they might. I
worthless.
think they got that. They're gonna. I think they might talk John Kelly into running against him,
He is
and I think
worthless,
he
bro.
and I think
I
he
don't know
give
if
him a
John
run
Kelly
for his
got the.
money.
I don't think John Kelly got the cojones.
He gonna. He got the oomph to go out there and run against him. I think it's enough people get behind him. He'll run against him. He might win. He might beat him out. He done got too old, man. He done got. He's an old Jew, and he got too old to do anything. He needs to step down and let somebody else have that seat. Come in there with some new ideas. That's my thing. So, uh, everybody have a good day. I'm feeling a lot better here. Ted's feeling a lot better and stuff, people. And we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on
Keep on
talking.
going.
We're gonna keep on going to all the way to what the fatherland. Bye bye, people.